Welcome to our YouTube channel DR MCQs. In this video we will learn everyday science MCQs. Let's start the video. 1000 watt power is called as A. 0.5 kilowatt, B. 0.8 kilowatt, C. 1.0 kilowatt, D. 1.5 kilowatt. Correct answer C. In which system of units, gas bills are charged? A. SI, B. BTU, C. CGS, D. B. and C. Correct answer B. In BTU system, 1 BTU is equal to A. 2055 joule, B. 1155 joule, C. 2155 joule, D. 1055 joule. Correct answer D. BTU is the abbreviation of A. British Technical Units, B. British Thermal Units, C. British Textile Units, D. British Temperature Units. Correct answer B. All forms of energy that we use ultimately transformed into A. Electrical energy, B. Heat energy, C. Light energy, D. Chemical energy. Correct answer B. The device used for the measurement of current, voltage and resistance is A. Avometer, B. Ammeter, C. Galvanometer, D. Ohmmeter. Correct answer A. Silicon is A. Semiconductor, B. Insulator, C. Superconductor, D. Conductor. Correct answer A. The speed of sound is A. 300 meter per second, B. 315 meter per second, C. 340 meter per second, D. 362 meter per second. Correct answer C. For sending sound waves at large distance, which waves are used? A. Infrared waves, B. Radio waves, C. Light waves, D. X waves. Correct answer B. The carrier waves used for the radio transmission have frequency up to A. 15 kHz, B. 30 kHz, C. 90 kHz, D. 150 kHz. Correct answer B. Video camera is used to convert A. Heat into X-rays, B. Sound into electrical signals, C. Electrical signals into pictures, D. Picture into electrical signals. Correct answer D. The range of a 100-meter high TV transmitter aerial is about A. 10 kilometers, B. 20 kilometers, C. 30 kilometers, D. 50 kilometers. Correct answer C. The waves used for sending signals to the satellite from ground station are A. X-rays, B. Sound waves. C. Microwaves. D. Ultraviolet rays. Correct answer C. A mobile phone sends and receives messages through A. Sound waves. B. Microwaves. C. Ultraviolet waves. D. Radio waves. Correct answer D. The procedure of crushing the gallstones and kidney stone by laser is called A. MRI. B. Kidney surgery. C. Angiography. D. Lithotripsy. Correct answer D. Three-dimensional image formed by laser is called A. Photograph. B. Hologram. C. Two-dimensional sketch. D. Photocopy. Correct answer B. Optical fibers are the fine strands of A. Glass. B. Iron. C. Calcium. D. Mercury. Correct answer A. The satellites which revolves in such an orbit, so that they move with Earth rotation are called A. Geosatellites. B. Stationary satellites. C. Earth space satellites. D. Geostationary satellites. Correct answer D. Radar transmits short pulses of high frequency, which are called A. Infrared waves. B. Radio waves. C. Ultraviolet waves. D. Sound waves. Correct answer B. The ray with high penetrating power is A. Alpha rays. B. Beta rays. C. Gamma rays. D. X-rays. Correct answer A. The penetration of X-rays through an object depends upon the object's A. Density. B. Shape. C. Pressure. D. Size. Correct answer A. To find the hidden secrets under the water, the ships and submarines use the A. Radiation system. B. Sonar system. C. X-ray system. D. Radiation system. Correct answer B. Recording of brain waves from outer surface of head is called A. ECG. B. MRI. C. CT scan. D. EE.G. Correct answer D. Ball bearings are used in cycles, scooters, etc. to A. Reduce the friction between the wheel and the axle. B. Increase the friction between the wheel and the axle. C. Reduce the friction between ground and the wheel. D. None of these. Correct answer A. Steel is more elastic than rubber because A. Its density is high. B. It is a metal. C. Ratio of stress to strain is more. D. Ratio of stress to strain is less. Correct answer C. What does make the blood look red? A. Red corpuscles. B. Hemoglobin. C. Plasma. D. Certain secretions. Correct answer B. In railway tracks, a small gap is left between the rails. A. To allow for the expansion during heat. B. To save the cost of metal. C. To permit the shrinkage of metal. D. None of the above. Correct answer A. Friction can be reduced by changing over from A. Sliding to rolling. B. Rolling to sliding. C. Potential energy to kinetic energy. D. Dynamic to static. Correct answer A. Ice blocks are covered with sawdust. A. To prevent the dust from collecting on the ice. B. Because ice being cold cannot be lifted with bare hands. C. To provide necessary insulation from heat. D. None of the above. Correct answer C. The acid used in a car battery is A. Hydrochloric acid. B. Nitric acid. C. Sulfuric acid. D. Carbonic acid. Correct answer C. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe our channel MCQs for future videos.